It's the first 2020 International brought to you by KFC, and it comes to you from the Bidvest Wanderers, South Africa, taking on Pakistan.
Well, welcome at last to the toss. Hopefully the rain's gone away for the rest of the evening. Let me introduce you to the party out here. Obviously the match referee, Andy Pycroft, who will be overseeing everything. And then Sean Shanabi, who's the KFC representative from Merridale Primary School. And the captain of Pakistan, Mohammed Hafiz, and the captain of South Africa, Faf du Plessis. Faf's got the coin.
Head.
Heads is the call.
It is a head. It is a head.
Pakistan have won the toss. Nice to win the toss.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is the first time we look at the pitch, and I think it will favor to the seamers. So we really wanted to restrict South Africa on a low total so we can chase it down.
So you're going to bowl first?
Yeah, we're going to bowl first.
Okay, now how difficult was it picking a team? You only had 13 left. I thought that Dev Watmore might get a game.
Yeah, we know that, but this is what we have got at the moment. Unfortunately, the two senior players, Shoaib Malik and Abdul Razak, got injured, and because of logistical work, we couldn't get anyone from Pakistan. So we got 13 at the moment. But finally, we are able to make a team.
Ready to turn things around from the results in the UAE?
Yeah, we know that whatever has happened it was a past. We did our level best. We couldn't turn up with some the crossing the line, but still we believe we as a team are united enough, and we will try to put up a good show in this series and we wanted to start a good start from this game, so it will be good for the whole series.
Welcome back to South Africa. Play well.
Thanks a lot.
Faf, did it make much difference to you? Did you fancy a bowl as well?
Jack, to be honest with you, it looks a bit greener than it normally does here at the Wanderers, but the opposite side of that is the field is quite wet, so with them bowling, the ball will get nice and wet for us, so there's good and bad for both.
Yeah, the stats here are quite interesting. Teams that have won the toss have only ever batted here twice, and they've won one of them and lost the other. And it's been pretty even bowling first.
Yeah, it's always up. Joburg and Pretoria always tend to chase a little bit more. Like I said, the conditions are a little bit different than they used to, but for us it's 50-50. Like I said, the field's quite wet, so hopefully we can get that ball nice and soft, and then it won't matter much.
Changes in the side?
We're resting AB for one game. He's obviously had a long series in Pakistan, so JP's back, which is nice. And then we bring the tall, fast bowler back, Morne Morkel.
Play well.
Thank you.
So there you go then, from the middle. Pakistan have won the toss and they're going to bowl first. Here are the teams, couple of changes. Many are enforced in terms of Pakistan with so many injuries that they've got. Shoaib Malik, Abdul Razak and Mohammed Irfan are all out through injury. Mohammed Irfan, of course, didn't even come to South Africa. The other two did and have gone home before the first game. And South Africa resting A.B. de Villiers and Ryan McLaren. And J.P. Duminy and Morne Morkel coming back into the team.
There's Hashim Amla's figures, not as impressive as he is in the Test in ODI arena. But de Kock, he came off a fine tour of the UAE. His figures are starting to look very impressive, and this is home ground. So you'll know the surface pretty well, you'll know what to expect, and he'll look to continue with the confidence that he's gained from the last UAE trip and put that into practice here back in South Africa.
Pakistan won the toss. They've not been very good at that over the years, or at least over the last few games against South Africa. And they did exactly what Sean Pollock would have done, and that's bowl first.
It was interesting to see Faf du Plessis say, is it more of a tinge of green than normal? I think it's got to do with the fact that they've been in the UAE and they ain't seen any green grass on the pitch for quite some time. So Anwar will open the attack for Pakistan. Anwar Ali. Haven't personally seen him bowl before, so I'm interested to see how he goes. Orthodox field set, two slips. They're expecting the ball to nip around and hopefully find the outside edge. So they're attacking. They realise that wickets are important in this format of the game as well.
Quinton de Kock to receive. Had such a wonderful tour of the UAE, getting his first international 100 in the ODIs, and a good account of himself behind the stumps as well as with the bat in the T20s.
You just saw him communicating there with Hashim Amla. They wouldn't have seen Anwar Ali as well. So just letting him know that one's drifted across me, gone away from me. There's the left-hander, so I'll probably swing it into you, Hashim.
Runs. The outfield would have slowed up a little bit with the rain that we've had. Normally speaking, that would get there easier than that, but it got there nevertheless.
Very good shot this by Quinton de Kock. You can see him oozing in confidence, just leaning into the second delivery. It wasn't a half volley by any matter of means. It's decentish length, and he just prods it through the covers, the vacant covers area, and he picks up a boundary. Good timing, and that'll give him a real boost of confidence in the shoulder. Good effort there trying to bring it in, but unfortunately too late.
It's a very, very good stop at backward point, and a good decision not to take the second.
Yeah, Shazad, I think it is. Fantastic stop. Look at the action. A little bit of width. De Kock goes hard at it again, and if that had beaten him, would have gone to the boundary. And it didn't seem to hit his hands in a nice way. It's made contact with the thumb area, which would have been pretty sore. There you can see him shaking it. He did a great job for his team. Saved 3 runs.
It's flown down the fine leg for 4. And that was pace of the ball on the bat.
It is T20 cricket, and you expect to see boundaries. I think Pakistan will be disappointed with that delivery. If he lands it on a good length outside off stump, there's a good chance Hashim Amla won't go after it. On this occasion, he drifts. He gets too straight. And that, for Hashim Amla, is really easy pickings. He's got it fine. As we talked about, even with the rain, this outfield is still pretty quick.
That'll be 4. Here the ball hit the bat.
Quality shot that by Hashim Amla. We've seen it so many times before. You offer him any width, he throws his hands at it. And the timing is superb. Placement even better. Did make a beautiful sound off the bat. It's almost like when a baseballer hits a home run, it just comes right off the middle. How good are those hands through the ball? Really is a flick of the wrists and creates such power.
More runs, 4 of them. Timing perfect.
They've strengthened the offside field as well. They've brought an extra man onto the offside. Doesn't matter. Hashim Amla, his placement superb.
Oh, what a good shot that is. That's from outside off stump. Almost arrogant.
End of the over, 26 without loss.
This time it's too near that leg stump, and Amla turns it away yet again. Too many boundaries reigning here as far as Pakistan are concerned. More runs. Yet another boundary. Full leg stump. You just cannot bowl to him there. You can't bowl to anybody there, to be honest. Advances down the wicket, gets most of a bat on it, not all of it, but enough.
Quality shot, just dragged down, not a long hop, but just dragged down back of a length, and Quinton de Kock is on it in a flash, put away through mid-wicket for a boundary.
Wow, he was quick onto that. 24 of 15.
Another quality shot. Today Khan doesn't know what's hit him. He thought that wasn't such a bad delivery.
That's past mid-on, and that'll run away for 4. It was pretty well played because he ran down the pitch to start with, was then well bowled by Junaid, who took pace off the ball, and then de Kock waited for it, still scored it.
It's a 53-run partnership of 30 deliveries. South Africa couldn't have asked for a better start.
It's nicely played. Oh, what a beautiful shot for 4. Off the edge, and it's going to go for 4. He looked to leg side, did de Kock. got an outside edge and it's all the way to the boundary. He's after him and succeeding thus far. Bowling! Beautifully done. Right up in the block hole. Amla going for the drive, but yoked. It's the breakthrough that Pakistan were looking for, and it's a big fish that they get in Hashim Amla.
Really has had huge amounts of success against South Africa, Mohamed Hafiz, with the ball, that is. And he's got the breakthrough for them here this evening. Hashim Amla, well, he's done some damage already. 31, South Africa, 72 for 1.
And it is the 2020 captain that walks out to the middle, Faf du Plessis. Oh, gotta hurry back, gotta hurry. Didn't hit the target. There were 2 no's there, but the cock was on his way.
Also, where he's running, it's on the uncut part of the square. Quinton de Kock, so he must have been a little sheepish in turning, and a direct hit would have seen him on his way back, but he was nowhere near.
He's got that, he's got it good. It's gone for 4.
Well, this is the problem at the Wanderers for touring teams. Longoff thought he had this covered. He really did. Yes, granted, it was hit firmly and right out the middle of the bat, but it's when it hits the surface. Down the ground he goes, but it just skips off the surface and beats the long off.
There's a man there, takes the catch. Didn't quite get all of that. Hit right at the bottom of the bat. Quinton de Kock was going for another boundary, but instead he's been removed. It's that man, Hafiz, once again.
And the key here is that Sohail Tanvir, who has played at this ground representing the local side, doesn't come herring in. He just backpedals, he's composed, and he takes a lovely catch down at long on and gets rid of the dangerous Quinton de Kock. Again, a bright little innings from the young man. It just came out the bottom of the bat. Faf du Plessis tries to cross Quinton de Kock so that he can have the strike, and it looks like he does that. But he still has to go, the young man. Well played for 43. It's 81 for 2. He's played really well for his side, the Titans in Pretoria. Clean striker of the ball, normally at the top of the innings.
It's almost full. Well, it is. Bowling. Afridi gets that one to skid through. And Davids has learnt all about it.
Yeah, onto Davids a bit quick. Wasn't expecting it to come on this quickly. Ball was skid on, very good length. Trying to go back and play off the back foot. Unfortunately for Henry Davids, he drags that one on. Very well bowled by Afridi. Superb stuff, and Davids goes for 3. 87 for 3.
Left-hander, 29 years of age now, JP Dominic. 47 matches, over 1,000 runs in that time, and a strike rate of 122. It's nicely placed. Wins the chase for somebody, but they must give it up now. This outfield getting quicker as the evening goes on. Dominic off the mark with a boundary. Du Plessis likes to get leg side of the ball and drive it through extra cover. Hafiz, wise to that, has followed him, restricted him for a single. Not too many 2s on this ground when people are on the boundary, because the ball goes so quickly over the outfield. There's only been 1, in fact, today, so Keith tells me. I saw just now South Africa had 30 dot balls. That's 6 overs. Correction, 5 overs. I was never very good at maths. It's 5 overs out of 14 and 13 and a half. I'm just scored a run. Now as the ball wants this, there's a delay. Here comes the briefcase. Tell you what, we seem to have had, even in our domestic cricket here in South Africa, seem to have had a problem with these kookaburras. A batch of them, I don't know whether they've got a bad batch or whatever, going out of shape or falling to pieces far too soon.
Yeah, that can happen. You can get a box of balls that aren't as good as others. The ball a little bit early on, you see all the water puffing up, and that can make a big difference. The ball, the seam can get puffy, the quarter seam can split, and that's when the umpires tend to change it. But you're right, Jack, there has been a lot of balls that have been changed in the South African summer so far.
Out! What a wonderful catch! Mohammed Hafiz in the game with the ball and now in the field.
Yeah, it was a quality one. A few deliveries before, he had been quite close in that short wicket, and JP Dumley had splashed it and had gone over him and landed safely. This occasion, Dumley once again targeting mid-wicket, gets it high up on the bat. Hafiz with it all to do, dives, and a good catch. First international wicket, and he's over the moon.
So Dumini has to go for 11. South Africa now 110 for 4. He doesn't have a long time to get himself in, David Miller, but he can do some damage in a very short space. If he hits this trouble. Du Plessis is so quick, but it was just hit straight to the fielder.
I think he got it on the money there. It was contact with the stumps, as Du Plessis tends to suggest. With that reaction, I think he was gone. It's it high from the splash for Miller again. Ooh, close. It's also one of those ones where you don't want to dive in case the guy gets the throw wrong and you wear it in the ribs. Doesn't miss by much, Hafiz.
Pulled away by the captain and 4 more.
All the good deliveries, first one to Miller. On this occasion, he's dragged it down. Du Plessis, he's been at the crease for a while. He's not going to miss out on that one. Change of field now, but wicket goes back onto the boundary. But he wasn't in place for this delivery. He rocks forward and off the front foot, just pulls it over.
Bounce always true here at the Wanderers. Out. Simple catch to mid-off, and Pakistan have another one.
De Villiers looking to continue on his merry way, advances down the pitch again. As we've seen, there's a little bit more bounce in the surface than what they've probably become used to over the last month or so. And this one bounces and hits him high up on the bat. He doesn't get the contact he's after and ends up a comfortable catch from it off. And South Africa have now lost their 5th wicket. The man who was just starting to get things going, Du Plessis, he's on his way. He goes for 22, 116 for 5.
Wayne Parnell, the new man, the left-hander.
Maybe he's not. Up and away.
Middle that one, David Miller. He went back of a length again, did Bilawal Bhatia. And on this occasion, the middle order power hitter from South Africa didn't miss out. It's not just an ordinary 6, it's a big one. This one clatters against the scoreboard.
He's absolutely middled there. If it wasn't for the scoreboard, it would have been out of the ground. He's gone for the slower ball. That's what probably let him down compared to the last delivery. But it's hit the top of the scoreboard. That's a massive hit. There we go. You see him rolling his fingers over it. Slower ball. Miller's onto it in a flash. And that's a home run of note.
Powerfully struck and full. That was just timing and placement.
And we discussed earlier that maybe that's his game plan. Anything dragged down, he's going to look to clear mid-wicket. But anything that's full and on the stumps, he's going to try and knock it past mid-off, who's in the circle. On that occasion, it's just a wonderful shot. It's good timing, it's good power. And the man on the edge of the circle dives, but in vain. Away for a boundary. Manages actually to catch it on the full toss here. As you can see, that bat doesn't move in his hands at all. It means it's going to be solid contact. And we talked about him being a power hitter. He's given us two good examples of that in the last two deliveries.
Full toss high in the air, that'll be a no ball, but that has gone miles up. The catch is taken, but they threw for 2.
I was actually watching the running between the wickets there, and Parnell had finished 1.5 runs by the time that catch was taken. Anyway, he's tried to go for the Yorker. He's got it out too full. There's a bit of water still on the surface after the rainstorm earlier. It's probably slipped out a bit. Parnell's actually done well to get contact on it. He's middled it. It's gone up in the air. They've finished one, and he's on his way back for the second by the time the catch is taken.
Up in there. It's gone miles in there. I would have had a little glimpse if I was the fielder and seen if the umpire called no ball and just let it bounce. Got enough to get it over mid-off, but it won't run away for 4. Wants 3, suicidal, gone. Was desperate to get Miller on strike, Wayne Parnell. Or was he? Because that's the end of the over.
And it seems like a silly run. You can only guess that maybe he didn't pick up whether the fielder had released it or not, but he was miles short of the mark there. Run 2 quick ones. Coming back for the third, he's run out by half the pitch. They're just going to check it. It's obviously got to do with whether the bowler has taken it cleanly and brought the ball down onto the stumps. There we go. Did he drop it? No, that's good enough. He's on his way. As you can see, Parnell not even in the picture. It's a good job by the Pakistani fielding team. There we go. He's halfway down now and the ball's in his hand. And that'll be him on his way. That's good enough. So Parnell goes. Brief innings from him. He goes for 6. South Africa 1-3-4 for 6.
Dale Steyn, the new man, the best of just 5 versus England in 2010. Maybe 32 innings, 32 matches, but just the 6th innings. His job will be to get David Miller on strike, which really begs the question again. What was Parnell trying to take 3? Surely you want to keep Miller on strike. What a shot that is. It was angled in at leg stump, but he managed to hit it over the top of extra cover for another boundary.
Yeah, Miller will be surveying his options of where he can or can't go. And if they're going to bowl full, he's going to give himself room and look to target mid-off. Covers in the circle and mid-offs in the circle. So it's a big area for him to go at. And even though that ball's heading down the leg side, he's moved sufficiently enough to the leg side in order to open up that offside. And that's where he's going to go.
Down to third man. It'll carry down to him as well. It's the substitute fielder, Abdurrahman, who takes the catch. And that is the end of Dale Steyn.
And the ball does fly here at the Wanderers, so even those outside edges often get down to third man. A good catch nonetheless. Came in low, had to get down into a low body position to get his hands out in front, but I think they're going to actually just check the no ball here just to make sure he was behind the line. Yeah, that's fine, no problem there. So that's the end of the over. A wicket for Zaid Khan. They didn't cross. They did a good thing there. They were going to try and cross, and Miller stopped Dale Steyn, knowing that all of a sudden it would be caught. And there you see, making good ground, diving forward, never easy to do. And that brings about the end of Dale Steyn. He goes for just a single run. And South Africa 140 for 7.
Morne Morkel, the new man. Clatters that one through mid-wicket, and it skips away for 4.
Morne Morkel will be ecstatic with this shot. It's dragged down. And we are changing his strategy.
Shot again. Shot again, Morne Morkel.
First words he'll probably utter when he gets into the change room is, what about a promotion in the batting order?
Missed it. Keeper's missed it. work to be done and doesn't do a good job. So 4 byes finishes the innings, and South Africa will end on 153.
Frustrating end there for Pakistan. Quality delivery, he's gone for the change up, the slow delivery. It's beaten one and Moko, all ends up, but it's also beaten the keeper. And then a bit of poor fielding on the boundary has meant it's ended up in a boundary.
It has to be. You can't just hope so. Quinton de Kock for South Africa. They got off to a great start. 43 of 33 deliveries for the young opening batsman. Amla 31 of 20. It was a struggle for the rest, but David Miller 19 of 11 gave it a little bit of impetus, and I'm sure that they'll be satisfied, just satisfied, with 153 for 7. As I mentioned, the partnership at the top was the key, and South Africa would have thought that 200 was well and truly on when that partnership took place, but they stumbled right the way throughout until the very end. In the bowling figures, Anwar Ali opened the bowling and was very expensive. The key men were Mohammad Hafiz and Shahid Afridi. Hafiz going at just over 6, Shahid Afridi at 3.5. They were brilliant. So Pakistan will be happy with their fight back, and when they do take to the field, they'll need 154 runs to win at 7.7 runs to the over.
There was the bowling. I thought the spinners were the key. They bounced back beautifully for Pakistan. Their fielding wasn't as great as it could have been, but there were some good catches taken. But definitely the 2 men who have to take a bow, Shahid Afridi and Hafiz, they really did set things up in the middle and bring the game back to Pakistan.
Absolutely, 8 overs for 39 between them. That's like gold dust. Now then, how will Pakistan go about this? Will they do what most teams do and say, right, we've got to make the most of the new ball? Or will they say to themselves, wait a minute, we can get through the new ball and get past Steyn and Sotsobi, who I guess would probably open with Dale Steyn, and that might make it a little bit easier. Personally, I think with the field up, those first 6 overs critical.
That's the challenge for Pakistan as it stands now. They've got no confidence to speak of. They've got no one in form to speak of. And from that perspective, it just makes the game plan so difficult. If you have one guy's in good touch and hitting it well, you say to him, okay, well, you go and play, and I'll just look to partner you the other end. There's Shazad's figures. 98 against Zimbabwe, his best score. He's still young, just 21.
Well, if there's one man who has got some form behind him, it is Ahmed Shahzad. He's scored more runs in T20 cricket this year than anybody else. So he'll feel that he's got a bit of confidence. Sir Jamshed, he played really good cricket in the UAE when Pakistan played Australia last September. I was there, just August, September, and he was fantastic. And then he sort of went off the boil, and now he's got another opportunity. Mwabo Sotsobi, who enjoys this format of the game, so much so that he's already got 2 slips in place, courtesy of his captain, no doubt.
Yeah, Sotsobi looks to bowl the bulk of his spell up front, 3, and if he's going well, he goes for 4 overs. And he'll love being back in South Africa. There's a bit more zip, a bit more bounce. I've got fine leg in the circle straight away. Square legs back. Sometimes what happens here, I don't know what they're chatting there before the first delivery's bowled, maybe someone near the side screen. But times what happens in South Africa is you get a little bit scared of dragging down that delivery because the bounce is so true. You know you can get punished if it's just a little bit short. So he's given himself that protection, because if anything, Sotsobi does err on the shorter delivery. So he's got the man back straight away, and he'll be looking to hit a decent length just outside off stump.
Here we go. That's going to be a wide, and it's going to be 4 of them. It swung a little bit after it had gone past the batsman, which made it difficult for de Kock with the gloves.
thought I heard a bit of a sound there. I didn't know if it maybe came close to hitting the thigh pad. Yeah, it might have just been a little bit of contact with the thigh pad, so maybe unlucky to get a wide called, but still an average delivery to start. I always did find it difficult when you came up to the half field to make sure you got your line and length correct, and I saw many bowlers struggle with it, and Tsorbi struggled with the first delivery. And the second.
Indeed. Meatloaf, mate. Right, a little bit of swing there for him, so he needs to adjust. Length has looked okay. Line, not so. Yes, Tsorbi. Whoopsie, bumped up with him on the nose. Hurts too. Hard ball.
It was obviously very sore because he hasn't shaken it off quickly. A little bit of shape, defended away from the body. And here we'll see the ball just goes to Dumini. And as it gets into the grass, off his hand and into his face.
This might be four. It's a race for Tsorbi, and he does. I don't think he finished that very well. He'll consider himself unlucky, but you know, sometimes, Sean, the old-fashioned method of putting your boot on the ball works.
Yes, it does indeed, but the physios will tell you, please don't put your boot there in case you stand on it and do your ankle. But he did all right. He got to the ball and he managed to flick it back, but he flicked back onto his own knee. As you can see, he whips it back here, that's good, but unfortunately onto his own knee, and it goes to the boundary.
Fielded. Brilliant. Dumini, the man at backward point with a fat lip.
This is a good shot. Full in length, swinging. Because it's fuller, means he can actually go after that. It's a bit shorter in length, it's more dangerous, but being slightly over pitched, he can play it with a little bit more confidence. Fortunately for him, with the open face, doesn't manage to get it through the gap. Good stop by Dumini.
In the air, through the covers for four.
Yeah, that's a good shot by Shazad. This one dragged down by Dale Steyn. He was very disappointed with himself after the delivery, but Shazad was equal to the task. It was airborne, but he placed it perfectly. He went square of the wicket, just in front, and Dumini's behind. And it's another boundary. Good over for Pakistan, 8 off it. No danger whatsoever, though it was airborne, a long way away from the fielders. And here's Dale Steyn's reaction. He thought maybe he was in the chance for a catch, but he knows it was a bad delivery and he's disappointed.
He's chopped it on. So Tsorbi gets the first wicket of the Pakistan innings.
Tsorbi strikes, as he often does up front with that new ball. Not the greatest of shots from Shazad. The ball is nipping back into him. It's a difficult delivery to cut, and it's got too tight on him. It's bounced on him, got the inside edge. Unfortunate to go into the stumps. And if you're going to give that opportunity by trying to play it too square to an in-swinging bouncing delivery, there's always that chance. Tsorbi, he'll be elated. He's picked up the first Pakistani wicket. Shazad goes for 9. Pakistan 18 for 1. There's Mohammad Hafiz's figures. His best of 86 against South Africa. He'll be hoping he can emulate that performance.
Did you have a batsman that you could genuinely sort of know that he knew that you got him out more often than not?
Yeah, I mean, I had a few who I felt I could get out, but the one I did have the wood over was Darren Ganga. He came to South Africa on one of the trips, and I think I got him. He played in 3 tests. I got him all 6 times. But you actually start to feel bad for him in the end, you know. It's not a nice thing. I don't think Dale Steyn's feeling bad for him at the moment, though.
That would have been tight.
Having a few words there, Dale Steyn. He wasn't happy. Hafiz was looking to play along and just tap him with the bat. Dale Steyn took exception to it. Change of game plan for Hafiz. He's walked across and looked to negate that away swing. Nearly brought about the run out, but he got in there comfortably. And then there was a comment by Delstein, don't miss that, it's nice and straight. And if he's trying to be playful, he just tapped him with the bat, and Delstein said, leave that bat out of it, don't you touch me with that. Try and hit my cricket ball rather.
And I think there was a half an apology there from Hafiz afterwards, just with the bat.
I think he was trying to do it with the best intentions, but Delstein took exception to it.
Fiery fast bowler is the wrong person to just give a friendly tap on the ankle with the bat. Wrong guy. Anyway, let's not the stain on Mohammad Hafiz's rivalry take anything away from exactly what's happening now. This is near halfway through the 4th over, 20 for 1. Quick bouncer. Was it low enough? Yes, it was. 1 for the over.
That would have been tight. Jamshed feels he should have got a wide for that. There's an adjustment you have to make as well. When you've been on flat surfaces and you've bowled the odd bouncer, you really do have to bang it in to get it up head hard. In South Africa it'll climb easily, and he should have been wided for that. That's well over his head. So Jamshed with justification. That's where Delstein would have been banging it in the UAE to get it head hard. In South Africa you can afford to be a metre fuller.
That'll run away for 4, I fear. Or no, the pad might have deadened it. And there's a chance it will be stopped, and it is.
Good chase there by Imran Tahir. He's got the dive in. It's off the leg. So it's going to be leg bars. Delstein just trying to swing it back at the left-hander. Missing his line just a touch. And Imran Tahir goes on the dive. Scoops it back. Good job done.
It's interesting because Sean Pollock is talking about adjusting from the UAE pitches to the home pitches in South Africa for the South African bowlers. Just remember, they're only playing in the UAE 4 days ago, 3 days ago. So it's a serious adjustment and a very quick one. It's not as if you've toured there last year and you've had an opportunity to come back and get used to your own conditions again.
And the one delivery he probably wouldn't have practiced since he's been back as the bouncer, because in the nets they don't like to bomb their fellow batsmen. So yeah, it does take a little bit of adjusting.
What a shot. Fantastic shot. And the end of the over. 4 gone, 27 for 1.
That's a quality shot, that by Hafiz. You know, for a man who's had his problems with Delstein, he would have gone away and thought of what game plan can he implement to try and negate what Stein's done to him. And on this occasion, he's played it with slightly a closed face to negate that away swing. Hasn't played it with an open bat face. And he's played it superbly well. Right off the middle of the bat, and he'll take a lot of confidence. You have to face gremlins in your career, and he's faced that one pretty well.
South Africa will 41 without loss after 4. Pakistan at 27 for 1. But that, in the overall picture, is not the end of the world as far as the visitors are concerned, because they dragged South Africa back until a little flurry right at the end from Miller and Morkel, really.
Good single. A very good single. Excellent judgment that from Hafiz, and good reactions from Jamshed too.
Oh, pretty good cricket all around there. Good delivery, getting nice and forward. Good judge of a run, and some good fielding as well. Hitting direct, even though the Pakistan skipper was well home.
Shot. Very well played. Almost as if he was just waiting for the short one, Jamshed, and he's put it away for 4.
I'll tell you what, this is a very good cricket shot. Morne Morkel dropping it short. And I'll tell you what, in front of square, hitting Morne Morkel on this wicket in front of square before is a very good shot. Taking the bounce very well for someone who's not supposed to do it so well.
Oh, has he got that? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's carried to the keeper. He says no straight away. Quinton de Kock, a great effort. It was always dying on him, and he had to go forward and to the leg side. Great effort, but not quite.
These are always the most difficult catches to take. The ones when you've got to dive forward. Just catching the glove, always fading on him. And it's good to see the keeper straight away saying, no, it didn't carry. But those are very difficult catches to take.
In the air, a leading edge is going to go for 4. Scant consolation for the bowler that he's beaten the batsman. He's still gone for runs. 10 off the over. 40 for 1. What about that? Wanted to pull out of the shot because there's a man at deep square leg. So half went at it, and it's gone all the way for 4 off the edge. When it's going well for you, well, it's lovely, isn't it?
It certainly is, Palmer. It certainly is. A little bit of jam here for Jam said. And just top edged it.
You had
Sorry, I had to throw that in there. And a little bit unlucky for the bowler there. But if you hit the ball there, there's never any fielders there. And that's when getting really lucky there.
A big shout from Totobe. But no, nothing. Leg buys for 4.
Well, again, a little bit unlucky. Big shot by Abu Dhabi. I think it was a bit too much bounce. And then the ball going fine to third man for a boundary. It's a little bit unlucky there again.
Yeah, 49 for 1. Another look way too high. Yep, always going over the top. So he troubled him in that over, but nothing for it really. That's a look at what he's done today. 1 for 19 in the 4 overs. He's bowled 15 dots, hence the economy 4.75. Outstanding work. He's kept it very quiet for South Africa.
And you see the last delivery clearly going over the top. A good delivery, nice bounce, but can't be at Abu Dhabi. And it's a change in the bowling. We've got JP Dumini, off-spinning all-rounder, coming into the attack, and Pakistani spinners bowled really well. So I think this is a key area of the game. JP Dumini and Imran Tahir, when he does get a chance to bowl, it's going to be a key time in the game.
Yeah, and I certainly feel that it'll slide on rather than turn a great deal. You think Mohammad Hafiz, and looking at JP Dumini, bowls a bit different to Hafiz, likes to give it air. And you don't expect a little turn here. 10 wickets, economy 7.07. That's not bad either. That's good. 50 up for Pakistan. Got him! That's him! Gone! Dumini does the trick.
Well, the golden arm strikes again. JP Dumini into the attack and immediately taking a wicket. Brilliant stuff from JP. Very good length here, back of the length, similar to what the Pakistan spinners bowl. Jamshed trying to hit through the line. And a very good catch taken by JP Dumini. Good bowling change to bring on the off spinner to the left-hander. And Jamshed goes 18, 50 for 2.
Umar Akmal walks out to the middle, and at number 4 for Pakistan. Oh, cutting from straight. It's a good shot. He's made that shot, has Umar Akmal, fraught with danger, but high risk, high reward. He gets 4.
And I'll tell you what, this wasn't a bad delivery. It's a very, very good shot. The good old-fashioned leg cut. It's a good length, skidding on, and that it really is a good shot. And he found the gap to perfection. There are 2 points. There's 2 behind square, 1 very fine, and he found the gap.
Oh, slipped. Slipped at a crucial moment there. Imran Tahir might well have had a chance of getting to that leading edge and trying to push it to mid-on.
I think he might have had a chance here, Pommy. I think he anticipated the ball going to the offside and then just slips. Oh, possibly not. I think that was always bouncing short. Might have been able to stop the single though.
Yeah, they didn't pick it too much over in the UAE. Not so sure they picked that one. 59 for 2. Oh dear. Oh, that didn't look good at all. We hope that it would stay away, and this looks to be hotting up to be a good game. And they need to be 69 to tie and 70 to win. Pakistan there 20 behind that.
Pakistan won the toss. Elected to send South Africa. Oh, they batted first. Sorry, I'm getting this a bit wrong here. And South Africa batted first. 153 for 7.
Take a single. Yeah, of course, the Duckworth and Lewis you see on the scoreboard is at the end of the 10th over. And oh, off they go. The rain's going to come down harder. It's a pity, it's a real pity. Let's hope. Yeah, we're hoping against hopes here. There's been rain earlier, delayed the start, and it's now interrupting the game as well. 60 for 2 after 9.1 is where Pakistan find themselves. Need to have a 65 on the board if they're to win, so they're just a few runs behind. Yeah, it's never nice when the game's finished this way. Well, unless you're on the winning side, as it were, you'd rather be on that than the losing side. But it really was set to be a good finish, a thrilling finish. 94 from 65. If all 20 overs were bowled, it doesn't look it's going to be so.
Mari Brown on the field, making sure the cover's gone properly. But yeah, it's not great when you see the rain and the situation when the game's so evenly poised. And the groundsman getting things sorted as well, and it really is coming down a bit harder now. And in this time of the year, in the high veld, it does tend to have these storms. And I suppose the farmers won't be complaining. The farmers will. We needed some rain, it was very dry.
Yeah, so if this goes on for 10 minutes from now, then we begin to lose overs. And bear in mind, there are not many to go. So, yeah, hope against hopes, really, that this goes away quickly. 60 for 2, and they'd set themselves to chase the 153. You can only set yourself to what your target is in front of you. And then if the rain interrupts, it just disrupts plans. 32 from 30 was a good partnership between Hafiz and Jamshed after an early loss of a wicket. And they seemed on their way. South Africa needed the wicket, they got it. This was the first.
Oh, good delivery, just nipping back a little bit of bounce from Tutobi. Played onto those stumps. It always shows you when there's a little bit of extra bounce. And then JT Germany coming to the attack straight away, making his mark. Great length, also a little bit of bounce, being on the splice of the bat. And taking a very, very good catch to his right.
a look at the bowling card. 1 for 19. Lonobo Totsobe bowled his 4 right up front and bowled them very well too. 15 dot balls. Dale Steyn, none for 13 from the 2 overs he bowled. Morne Morkel just the 1 over, and Dumini 1 for 3 from 1.1 before the rain came down. Tahir just the 1 over. So the summary of the match then: South Africa sent into bat 153 for 7. A total well short of where they looked like getting to, set for about 200 when they were 83 for 2 after 10. Then Pakistan pulled them back with those bowlers Junaid Khan, Hafiz and Shahid Afridi. Pakistan 60 for 2, and according to Duckworth and Lewis at the moment they're 5 short of winning. 94 from 65's the equation, but not so sure that we'll get back on. We're hoping, but oh, that looks like it's coming down even harder. Welcome back everybody to the Wanderers, where this first KFC T20 International has just been completed. South Africa 153 for 7 plays Pakistan 60 for 2. Because of the weather, the rain came down, the game has been abandoned, so it's done. South Africa win by 4 runs according to Duckworth and Lewis, and they lead the series 1-0 with 1 more to play.